My desk is disgusting. Actually disgusting. No, I can't show it. Normally I show it, chat. This is bad. This is real bad. There's like coffee that's molded next to me. There is coffee that's molded. It's bad. What do you want to see about it? What do you want to see? I won't show the other side. What? 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 It's bad. It's bad. Chat, Humzh is going to come to the NLC. AD Carry Humzh is going to join the NLC. Bro.
9 months already XDD and my fraud cannot get Chal in 14 days.
The Humzh debut in NLC is going to go hard. Bro, there's so many teams coming to the NLC now. It's crazy. Look at this. There's also another team I saw that's being made with Santorin in Nord Esports. Santorin's joining. There's another team joining that's not leaked yet. I'm not going to leak it. It's not my place to leak shit. But there's another team joining with some ex-pro players as well on top of this. So the NLC is going to have a lot of stuff. The NLC is going to be kind of crazy. What did you do to the leagues? Actually, like, I'm not too upset or anything at all. Like, people are saying copycats. Bro, I don't mind. You have to understand that NLC is the UK league. And the UK league is kind of where my career started when I was a pro player a long time ago. It didn't really start there, but I played in it in 2016 a bit. And now these teams like joining or like doing a similar thing to the Los Ratones project. The NLC viewership this year was peaking at like 900 viewers. Now, the UK scene is going to peak at like 100k viewers probably. The NLC is like my home region. It's the UK. And we're going to go from 500 to 900 viewers to like 100k maybe in some of these games, I hope. Or even more maybe. So shit like this makes me happy, man. That region is now revived. A lot of people talked about how can we revive the UK scene. Bro, we did it! I think. I hope. I hope we did it. So, yeah. The funny thing is, the EU Masters Winter, because there's 3 EU Masters now, there's Winter, Spring, and Summer. EU Masters Winter, only the winner of the NLC can go. And these leagues are going to get competitive. When you see Santorin's team, you're going to say, holy shit. Like, just think of old school LEC players who were pretty damn good that have retired. All of them are coming out of retirement to play in this league. It's going to be fucking... This is going to be some crazy shit. So I'm happy, man. This is going to be fun. But I wonder how much of a long-term thing this is for some of the teams. Like, this is a lot of positives. The thing that So, how do I describe this? So, for example, when we made Los Ratones, it's like we own the org. And it's a streamer team made by us, kind of. Whereas this is like NLC teams are partnering with streamers to make something, you know? Does that make sense? It's like NNO was made by No Way. We made the Los Ratones. These ones are like... Now, finding that link is a bit tricky. Like, for example, if I was one of these players, I'd be like, bro, can we like rename your org? Can we rename it to something else? Can we like turn it into some fucking... Like, Santorin gets Bjergsen, for example, and calls it like the fucking Danish Dynamite. That just sounds fucking hilarious. But it's been called Nord Esports. So nothing wrong with Nord Esports, but like, that sounds funny. That sounds funny. I mean, the NordVPN sponsor would go hard, though. It would go hard. Some people say, is this bad news for new good players? Slots are taken by ex-pros.
XDD.
Now, I don't know if I'm talking about my ass here, but I haven't been following the NLC player scene that much. But I think, if anything, it's worth it so much more for the league to have these players in it to boost the viewership. I know some people who, if you're a rookie ERL player, you probably want to go to LFL. But the trade-off is that you lose slots for the rookie players. To be honest, I think it's worth it. I think for the scene, this is just so much better. It's so much better. But I think all the teams are slowly going to follow this model. And the NLC will turn into an ex-LEC pro player content
Japan,
scene.
Where I met Yamato Cannon. Excited for grind. Good luck, Sally.
Yeah, much love, man. The only thing that I also wonder that I think we're gonna slowly run into is, for example, okay, Balsi and Neme and Reki and me even to an extent, we're all our own streamers, okay? This is the only like business side that I've seen is a small problem with these teams, but hopefully some people can overcome it. Everyone's their own streamer, Crowny, Velia. If I'm Samsung, or if I'm Logitech, or if I'm Razer, and I want to sponsor Lost Ratones, for example, or Nord Esports, that means that the players get sponsored as well, okay? So that means that they would pay the team, and then the way it works is everyone would get a cut of the sponsor, because that's just the way we agree things. But is it worth to get a cut of a sponsor of someone like Razer? Or is it worth to get your own sponsor? Because if I got Razer as a sponsor of Lost Ratones and Logitech wants to sponsor Baus, then small problem, right? So finding that line is a bit tricky. It's a tricky one with sponsors. Because you're not sponsoring the player, you're sponsoring the streamer.
Let's go,
which is a lot different, right? So I wonder how teams will navigate that, because right now we're trying to figure it out. We'll have to figure it out. But it's crazy. We got Yankos and Perks' team. We got Santorin's team with TBD players, which are kind of stacked. And then there's one more NLC team who's also making an XLEC player team. So that means there should be 4 teams that are... yeah. But we're going to try and be as flexible as possible. Like, when a sponsor arrives, we're going to try and find the best middle ground for the boys. Like, obviously, we're not... The thing that we have is, like, we're all streamers. Okay, how do I describe this? It's a small thing, but, like, we're all streamers. And I want to make sure that it's in the best interest of every team, of every player and streamer on the team. I'm not here to, like, be like, guys, we got a Razer sponsor. Fucking sort it out. You're not allowed to get any peripheral sponsors now forever. I'm not going to do that. I'm not a fucking idiot. My interest is for the players. So, if we get no sponsors and the team makes no money... sucks. But if the boys make money, good. But right now, our best avenue right now is merch, I think. But I wonder what these teams... This is the difference, what I'm saying, you know? This is the small things that make the difference of, like, for example, we started the team, so we can decide very easily if we want to do shit like this. But other teams, for example, like Nord, and I'm not saying they will, but they might be like, guys, we're sponsored by this now. And it's very hard for the streamers to be like, oh, shit, because they're kind of tied to the spot. Whereas we have our own spot. So it's got like a lot of intricacies on the back end, this whole streamer thing. It's a tricky situation to navigate, so we're going to try our best to try and navigate it for the boys. But like, for example, we could get sponsors in things that it's very unlikely that Balsi and Neme and Reki and stuff will get sponsored in. For example, I don't think they'll get sponsored by a car, you know? I don't think, or something like that. Or, you know, something like Display's a good example. Metallic posters. Or maybe like food. So we're going to have to try and find... So if you see sponsors for Lost Ratones, they might not be PC sponsors or headset sponsors and shit like that. It might be more like different brands, just so the boys can make sure that they can get their sponsors still as well. Because, for example, I know Baus and Nemesis did a Samsung challenge. Remember that? They did a Samsung thing like a few months ago. I saw it with Shocks. If Lost Ratones was sponsored by, I don't know, Logitech, then they wouldn't be able to do that. So it's finding that middle line of making so they can do their own thing and be their own streamer and make their money with their own sponsors, and also find sponsors for Lost Ratones. So we'll see. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, this is going to be exciting. We're going to have I Will Dominate's team. I Will Dominate the Yamato's team in the NLC. It's going to be with Yankos, Perks, Humzh, and Leader. It's going to be I Will Dominate the Yamato's team. Then we've got Nord Esports team, who I don't think is owned by any streamers or anything. I don't know much about Nord Esports. I just know some of the people that work there. They're going to have a team with Santorin, and it's going to have a few other ex-LEC players as well. And then there's going to be like the other team, which will probably be leaked soon, I imagine, because I've been hearing it for like weeks. But Santorin is a really good player. Like, I actually think the competition will be very high. Look at this. I mean, he's ranked 6 on the ladder. This guy is a really good player. This is not like he's washed. Santorin was winning LCS splits before he retired. So our competition's going to be pretty tough.
Pog, let's go, man.
Our competition's pretty tough. I feel like the I will dominate Jankos team. I feel like I actually am less scared of them than I am of Santorin's team. I feel like Santorin's team's probably going to be more stacked. I remember speaking to Santorin at the World's Finals after party about the team plans. And now, a couple weeks later, motherfucker's got his own. He's coming for my ass! Yeah, Santorin's insanely good player. He's going to have some really solid players around him. And there's only one spot for EU Masters in winter, so... Part of me thinks it's a good thing, you know why? Because, to be honest, I think our roster is really, really strong, don't get me wrong. And I actually think with a couple months practice, we could probably compete with the LEC teams. But people won't believe us. People won't believe us. They'll say like, nah, you can't, you would never do well in the LEC. So this for us is a great test, because I feel like if we beat the team with Santorin and some other ex-LEC pros, and we can actually beat that team, people will be a lot more understanding that maybe they are actually an LEC level team. So we'll see. All I know is whoever their top laner is, Balsi's going to clap them. So yeah, some big news coming to NLC. Some big stuff. It's going to be exciting to watch. I remember, like I said in the roster rounds video, I was trying to figure out with Riot a way to make something called the SLC, the Streamer League Championship, headed up by streamers and ex-pros to make their own teams, similar to Kings League. 8 teams. You know, you could have the Spanish team, the French team, the Danish team, the Baus team, the Nemesis team, and everyone could basically like have their own team like the Kings League. It didn't work out, but it's actually working out in the NLC now. It's actually working out in the NLC. So I guess it kind of came true in the end. I 3D printed a Los Ratones keychain. Ooh. Wait, why does that go kind of hard? Damn. Since I couldn't get a jersey, just to be clear, I'm not trying to commercialize this. This is just something for myself. If for LR, if they wanted to print some, I'd be happy to share this still if anyone wants them. As long as Caedrel's okay with it, good luck climbing. Yeah, maybe we'll do keychains.
QITUPPP budgie.
So the actual idea right now, hopefully, is I'll give you to open this because, I mean, I don't think there's anything to hide. January 15th, hopefully we should have the official, like, t-shirt of Los Ratones for the year. What we're going to do, though, is we're not going to make a jersey, like an esports jersey. We're not going to make, like, a... You know how the jerseys are very polystyrene-y? Or is it polystyrene, polyester? I don't know what the fuck it is. We're going to make, like, a streetwear t-shirt that's a jersey. And we're going to market it around 40 euros. Whereas the esports jerseys are, like, 85, and they have, like, that texture. The reason we say that is because I feel like, and I'm going to be honest, if you wear an esports jersey and you go outside, it feels odd. Like, I've been there. I have lots of jerseys. I don't feel like I can wear them outside. So we're going to try and make something that is subtly an esports jersey, but it's also just mainly streetwear. We're going to make a hoodie, jacket, and pants. Hopefully they should come out in the next couple months after. And then what we want to make is a hat. I want to make, you know that Gen G hat I had, chat? Remember the Gen G hat? That really cool Gen G hat? This thing. I kind of want to make a Los Ratones hat. I kind of want to make one like in black and white with LR and some like red. But like not creepy red, you know, like cute red. And just call it like the red hat. So maybe we'll do that. So that's probably what's going to come out. Like a bucket hat. Do you think Caedrel will stick to his contract with Twitch chat? Yes, no. 7.6k votes, no. I'll prove you wrong. Los Ratones in Paris. Damn. That jersey actually went mega hard. That t-shirt went so hard, actually. Oh my god. The first NPC waiting for us to talk to him, give our first quest. Me and my friend starting the new MMO. Okay. Why is everyone... Oh yeah, rats help him out. 30 responses. Why is everyone talking about my fucking head? What about Dom? Do you think he will stick? Do I think Dom will stick what? Ooh, that looks cool. Yo, I like that. I like that a lot. Sasagio. Yeah, that goes mega hard. Chat, Sasagio, is that from Attack on Titan? Silco from London. the fuck? What? Look at what the chat's doing while I'm trying to play solo queue. Like, you're so... Bro. What is this?
Caps played your Grey Kane in solo queue. Huh? He played Trundle on stage and he came up to me and he was like, "Oh, bows!" Okay. He had like 12 deaths or something, and I think he lost the game, right? And he came up to me and he was like, "Bows! Bows! I did good, right?" I was like, "No, you into the game. You lost the game for your team." Caps was like, "No, no, no. Bows and law." It's like, bro, you just grief the game, buddy. I don't know. Oh my god. Caps. Caps, don't get influenced. Oh,
Hello,
Caps.
what do you think about Vladimir?
I was right there when I was right next to Baus when Caps came over and started talking about his Trundle. And then we were talking about Baus's playstyle and whether it would work. And I remember we talked about Kayn, and we were saying, yeah, our counterpick into Cassante blind is Kayn, and Caps was like thinking about it. He's like, oh yeah, Cassante blind Kayn sounds pretty good, and we were like, yeah, we had some success with it. And when I saw that game, I realized it was into Cassante, and I was like, oh my god, he actually like believed us. Not that we're lying, but he actually thought about it and was like, oh, actually, it could work. He's never gonna play it again. That one game, he's never gonna play it again. Okay, Mark Merrill, co-creator of League, confirms the voice chat.
If you're just saying, why don't we integrate or automate it, the whole rationale was it would create social pressure. And, you know, if people are not super friendly, it's worse when that's voice. But obviously we do it in Val. And, you know, it's something that we've looked at and thought about many times. And I think the team's actually reviewing the approach right now.
Ooh, chat. Okay, I've been thinking about it. What the fuck? I've been thinking about it in my bed. I couldn't sleep. I've been itching my head all night about how I'm gonna make this work. You know, I think what I did was I tried to create too many paths to the common goal, when all I really have to do is stay on one path and hope it's the right one. Because what I did was I played AD carry a bit, then I played mid lane, and then even though I was playing good in mid lane, I lost my hope in mid lane, so then I swapped jungle, and even though I was playing fine in jungle, if I just stayed on the path of mid, I probably was already okay. So, we're gonna try mid lane, and we're just gonna stick to it.